Well, it's like President Joe Biden said, nobody F's with a Biden. All right, or isn't that what he said?
Well, look, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. The very same people that spent, what did they spend all last week doing? When that prosecutor Jack Smith got up there at the Department of Justice and he said about Trump, he said they repeated one refrain over and over, the same refrain you heard on MSNBC, the same refrain you heard on every single network. No one is above the law. No one is above the law. No one is above the law. They were doing that because they were front loading it. They were priming you psychologically to prepare to respond exactly the way you just said about Hunter Biden, because they want you thinking, okay, we did go after Hunter Biden. And it gives you a false because. It gives you an out to say, well, that's not true. Hunter Biden didn't get off. Why, look, he was charged. He accepted a plea deal. He had to do all of these different things. He had to pay the money back, and they looked into it, and he was charged. Therefore, it's okay to go after Trump. But here's the thing: Donald Trump isn't going to be offered a plea deal. That being said, Donald Trump's he's not going to take a plea deal. Okay, no. There's nothing in Donald Trump's psyche that would allow him to admit fault, admit any of this. And he did an interview with Bret Baier, and there's people coming back and forth on that saying, oh, it was great. And I think it's a Rorschach test. Like, so Trump supporters are saying, this was a great interview. This was wonderful. He knocked it out of the park. And then Trump detractors are saying, oh, this is terrible. He's done. He's done for. This is the end of Trump. The walls are closing in. His lawyers are committing suicide as we watch. This is the end. It's the end of Trump. And then you've got people in the middle who are like, I still don't understand why he's being charged, because they asked him about the classified documents and he said he declassified them. And they said he was president when he declassified them. And then he also said, oh, by the way, there were, socks and shoes and commemorable shirts and different things in these boxes. Because remember, we're showing the picture of the boxes. And yet we're not actually showing what was in the boxes.
Yeah.
In fact, you can't see what's in the boxes. But that's great persuasion, right? Visual persuasion.
Look at all of these boxes.
Look
and
at
of
the
course,
boxes.
the subtext is they're full of,
exactly.
they're just up to the brim with classified documents that he didn't declassify.
I think that what this shows is, once again, the Democrats are willing to wield full power and come after anyone. I mean, they literally have the political leader of the Republican right. You can argue that it might be DeSantis. Oh, it's time for Trump to step down. Trump is still the face of the Republican Party. Like, there is no MAGA without, Donald Trump right now. And that's just the reality. I hear this, not just, I'm not from a red state. I'm not in a conservative state by any means. I'm in Los Angeles, California. Regular people, like street vendors that I talk to, they're just like, no, yeah, Donald Trump is the Republican. He's that guy. And so it kind of pisses me off a little bit when I see that, they're coming after like Adam Schiff. Like, Republicans can't even do that successfully, coming after Adam Schiff, trying to censure him. And I think that, last week we were just talking about this. They try to fine him a multi-million-dollars. And Thomas Massey, I think, is a great politician, but he's like, oh, well, we don't want to open the floodgates. We don't want to have him pay a fine, because what happened if Democrats came after us and they did that? And I'm like, buddy, like those days are way over, man.